I'm Mike Dennison in Helena. Coming up, I'll have the lowdown on Governor Bullock's decision to end his presidential campaign.
A situation at the children's section of the Bozeman Public Library ended in several arrests. I'm Cody Boyer here in Bozeman, talking with the library on their fast actions to resolve this issue.
Time now, 6:30 back here on Montana This Morning in Chat. I think tropical is a good way to describe it out there today, because for us it's warm.
It's lovely out there. 34 degrees right here in that tropical Four Corners, and much the same elsewhere. We do have some wind to talk about though, Caitlin. Wind advisory in effect until 6 for that I-90 corridor, Bozeman out towards Livingston, and a high wind warning for the area from Livingston to Reed Point on Interstate 90 through Big Timber, and Big Timber up towards Harleton. Already have seen 60-mile-an-hour gusts of wind, so it could be dangerous out there. Be ready for that. As far as those current tropical conditions, this is what you're looking at right here. Temperatures ranging from the low 20s all the way up into the low 40s in Helena. Not bad for this third day. What is this, third day of December?
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad for your third day of December. What's the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th days? 10 minutes, I'll give you the details.
All right, thank you, Chet. 2 men are in jail after one of them threatens to shoot up the Bozeman Public Library. MTN's Cody Boyer has more on the story.
Sergeant Travis Munter says it began with WorkU Bradford approaching kids in the children's room.
Actually asking young people to smell his marijuana, and then left after making a little bit of a disturbance, saying he was going to shoot the place up.
Police say that's all it took for them to respond in force.
With the way that things happen in society anymore, it makes people wonder what's really going to happen.
According to court documents, a 9-year-old boy told police that a man matching Bradford's description attempted to give him a hug and used excessive profanity. Documents also show a 12-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl also saw a man who looked like Bradford, who held up a pack of cigarettes, telling them to smell his marijuana. When they didn't, they say that's when he threatened to, quote, shoot up the place. Police say another man, Andrew Roberts, who denies having been seen with Bradford by staff in the library, had a loaded handgun in a backpack when they found him. It's a case that has library staff and the library's director, Susan Gregory, concerned.
Our staff handled it so well. They were calm. They stayed with the children.
To Gregory and the rest of the staff here at the library, they say safety is essential. She says that training is important, just in case anything like this were to ever happen here.
They're extremely protective of our patron safety, and especially our younger patrons.
In court, Bradford made several interruptions.
Do you have any questions about that?
I plead guilty to it.
And he asked for help.
I don't know why they even arrested me. They took me to the hotel first.
As for Gregory, she and her staff are looking for ways to further prevent things like this from happening again.
We want people to feel safe here. We want them to feel comfortable bringing their children here and know that their children are safe.
In Bozeman, Cody Boyer, MTN News.
Investigators say that Bradford stole a gun from a vehicle just a few days ago and threatened to rob people and shoot up a downtown Bozeman bar. Jury selection began yesterday for the murder trial of Joseph Paul DeWise. 120 potential jury members were scheduled to be interviewed. DeWise is accused of shooting and killing his estranged wife back in January of 2018. He's also charged with felony witness tampering and assaulting a police officer at the Gallatin County Detention Center. That trial is expected to last 10 days. The Bozeman City Commission voted 3-2 last night to put a referendum on the ballot that will ask voters if they support or oppose the creation of a Parks and Trails Special District. The initiative will be on the May 5th, 2020 ballot and will likely accompany school district initiatives as well. Voting in favor of the special district would implement a tax to help with the upkeep and improve the city's parks and trails. Currently, park maintenance comes from the city's general fund, which also funds services, fires, and police. The Bozeman City Commission says moving parks and trail maintenance into its own fund will help take care of the maintenance backlog. Well, it's been 6 months since Montana Governor Steve Bullock launched his bid for the presidency, and now it's over. Bullock pulled the plug on his campaign yesterday. MTNG political reporter Mike Dennison has more on Bullock's decision.
Bullock made the announcement with a statement to CNN at 4:30 a.m. Montana time. He said it had become clear that he's not going to break through the top tier of Democratic candidates for president. One of those moments of clarity had to be this month's Iowa poll by the Des Moines Register. Bullock barely even registered at less than 1%, which is where he's remained for most of his campaign. I spoke Monday with the Register's lead political reporter, Brianne Fannenstiel, who said the poll also tallied which candidates voters might consider as second or third choices.
For Governor Bullock, even all of those metrics, he was polling at only 8%. So only 8% of likely Democratic caucus goers say he was even on their minds at this point. And that's a really tough number to come out of.
Bullock spent a lot of time in Iowa hoping to break from the pack. He was campaigning there just a week ago and was there Sunday to tell his Iowa staff face-to-face it was over. He arrived back in Montana Monday afternoon, met by supporters at the Helena airport, but said he wouldn't be available for interviews until Wednesday. Bullock got into the presidential game relatively late, not launching his campaign until mid-May of this year. Montana State University political scientist David Parker said Monday that many Democratic voters who might want a moderate like Bullock had already lined up with others, like former Vice President Joe Biden. Fannenstiel also told us she's sensing that Democratic voters are being drawn to someone with a proven national profile.
The thing that we hear over and over from Iowa Democrats is that beating Donald Trump is super important to them. And so I think they're gravitating to some of these bigger names. So I think there's just a nervousness among Democrats right now about going out on a limb for a candidate.
So what now for Governor Bullock? That remains to be seen. But one thing we do know, he's made it clear that he's not running for the U.S. Senate against Republican Steve Daines. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
And you'll remember Bullock had qualified for only one of those national debates, which gave candidates crucial exposure to a larger audience. A program aimed at helping high school girls learn cybersecurity while competing for scholarships is now officially underway for the second year in Montana. Girls Go CyberStart is a national competition. Last year, 70 girls from 11 different schools across Montana participated. More than $2,700 in cash prizes and scholarships were awarded to those girls. The team from Capitol High School won a $750 scholarship. Any high school girls in grades 9 through 12 can register to compete, and from there, the girls play a Cyber Start game designed to help them improve their cybersecurity skills.
There's a lot of different things you learn. There are like some challenges where they were learning about Python coding, and then others that were more broad cybersecurity in general about like websites and hacking. And then there was like some binary stuff, and I love a good puzzle, I really do. And it was really easy to access, and it was very like interactive in a way that made me feel like I was succeeding and not just like stuck, frustrated.
What a cool program. Online registration started yesterday and will run until January 31st. Butte Central High School is taking donations this week to help a family that were victims of a house fire last Friday. The fire happened at this home off of Saddle Rock Road. 4 people inside the home were thankfully able to escape unharmed. The high school is still taking donations to supply clothes and needs to the family that was renting the home, along with the homeowner.
So 2 families had a great loss this weekend. But just knowing the community of Butte, I felt it was very important that we all stand by our neighbors and support both families.
Officials are still investigating exactly what caused that fire. Yesterday, volunteers stitched and glued more than 100 festive stockings for newborns at St. Peter's Health. For the last 60 years, December babies born at St. Peter's have gone home in a handmade stocking. The materials are provided by St. Peter's Health Association, and volunteers also make stockings for patients that need to spend their Christmas at the hospital. Organizers say the stockings are iconic for the hospital, and they always have people stop by and thank them when they're sewing.
I know what you've been doing today, and we've had dads come down and say, thank you, I just had a baby and they were in a sock. So yeah, it's a great Helena tradition.
All of the volunteers were mothers of December babies or December babies themselves. St. Peter's is anticipating around 80 babies to be born in the hospital this month. Main Street in downtown Bozeman will be closed today for some holiday decorating. Starting at 8 o'clock this morning, Main Street will be closed for 3 to 4 hours to set up the beloved Christmas spiders. They're installed at each intersection along the street, and they'll be turned on this coming Saturday to kick off the Bozeman Christmas stroll. Time now 6:39, but when Montana This Morning returns, more and more people are binge drinking, but who is doing it the most may actually surprise you.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS This Morning, Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan tell Gail how they plan to reach the ambitious goals like eliminating disease of their philanthropic initiative. Plus, they invite her into their home for a rare glimpse into their personal life. And on this Giving Tuesday, how to make sure your donation funds a charity's cause instead of its marketing. We'll see you at 7.